My dad's death came early. Years later, I wrote a tribute about him. I'll not read all of it. But I want to read enough so that you can see that I determined that I was not going to be standing beside my mom's casket with not having said it, because I had not said this to my father. I wrote this after his death, but it was cleansing to my soul. It's called A Tribute to Hook Rainey. Dad's home, I used to yell as the back door slammed shut. Our small two-story frame house would shudder when the back door slammed shut. The sound of that slamming door was especially loud when one man came through that threshold, my dad. I can recall as a little boy playing in my room and hearing that door send a series of quakes that rippled through the walls and rattling the windows. It was my dad's signature and a signal that a day's work was completed and that a real man was now home. I would yell, "Dad's home!" and I'd dash through the house and the kitchen to greet him with a well-deserved hug. I would then follow him like a little puppy to the washroom where he washed his callous, grimy hands like a real man. Everything about him signaled he was a real man, from the gritty lava soap to the Vitalis hair tonic to Old Spice aftershave. My dad was a unique blend of no-nonsense and discipline with a subtle sense of humor. He was quiet, private man of few words, who didn't seem to have many words to get the job done. His countenance commanded respect. This you ought to know about my dad. When he was a boy, he was deserted by his father and his 8 brothers and sisters, back when it wasn't in vogue to desert a family. He helped raise his brothers and sisters. He took care of his mom, who lived to be over 100. I don't know where my dad learned how to be a man. He would be today a victim. But somehow he communicated to me as a boy as he went out in the yard and played catch with me. And his nickname Hook came not because he had a hook on his hand, but because he had a wicked curveball. And I told Bobby earlier, one of my fondest memories was playing catch with my dad in a yard that he let die in July, and so we didn't have to mow it. And going and sitting and watching the game of the week and watching the Yankees play with Hook Rainey, because Hook had a curveball that was wicked. It was the only thing about him that was wicked. Hook Rainey's son, just sitting watching TV, talking about life. I go on in my tribute. I say, as an impressionable young boy, my radar caught more of his life than he ever knew. He was the model and hero I needed during some perilous teenage years. And you know what? He still is. He taught me the importance of hard work and completing a task. I learned about lasting commitment from him. I never feared my parents would divorce. My dad was absolutely committed to my mom. I felt secure and protected. But most importantly, he taught me about character. He did what was right, even when no one was looking. I never heard him talk about cheating on taxes. He paid them, but didn't grumble. His integrity was impeccable. I never heard him lie, and his eyes always demanded the same truth in return. The mental snapshot of his character still fuels and energizes my life today. Dad's home. I can still hear the door slam and the house quake. This morning, as I write this, Dad truly is home in heaven. I look forward to seeing him again someday and saying thanks for the legacy he gave me, and mostly for being my dad. But right now, you'll have to pardon me. I miss him.